guys, Archangel here, and this is my first Rome Total War online battle, and it's a 4-player free-for-all I'm playing right now. I am playing as Armenia. My opponent's Rome Captain Aero 99 YouTuber is playing as Egypt. Taniwa is playing as Parthia, and Smooth Bore Slim is playing as the Gaul even. I've got 4 units of archers, which are maxed out on attack but no defence. I've got 5 units of heavy spearmen, gold, and 4 units of cataphracts, gold. My opponent, who is playing as Egypt here, has 5 units of Nile cavalry, gold, 4 units of Pharaoh's guard, gold, and 4 units of Pharaoh's bowmen, gold. Parthia, who's just sitting with his cavalry in here, has 2 units of Persian cavalry over here, gold, which are skirmishing with these Gaul here. 3 units of the cataphract camels, which are silver. 3 units of cataphracts, one of them is gold, the rest are silver. And the Gaul here has 4 units of chosen swordsmen, no upgrades, 3 units of forester warband, no upgrades, and with gold, 6 units of barbarian noble cavalry. Right now I'm marching my guys over to the Egyptians. The Egyptians are marching their guys over towards the Parthians, and the Gaul are just having an archer skirmish and sitting there at the moment. They've got their cavalry nicely positioned on the hill there. And you see this is scored resolution, by the way, so it doesn't matter if you're the last man standing as long as, say, you take out 2 of the teams. So camping is not an option really, unless you want to say I'm the last man standing. And yeah, I'm moving my cataphracts here to have a look at both armies at the moment, see if I can find an opening to attack. Meanwhile, my army marches along in a kind of destroyed formation at the moment. And here comes the gold cavalry right here. And we will see my cavalry taking a look in a minute as well. So charging into cataphracts with barbarian nobles is probably a very bad idea, considering the desert bonus these camels get. To look really cool running there. And here come the barbarian noble cavalry right now. They're going to charge straight into the back of these camels. And no, they're going to go straight for the cataphracts here as general unit. But like I said, these cavalry are not going to do well against cataphracts. Even outnumbered like this, they could still lose this battle, but they do have the numbers advantage here, and they have done a bit of damage. But there goes their general right there, and being a barbarian army, that's going to cause a mass rout here, as we can see the camels charging in, and that will cause a mass rout here. My cataphracts here have seen that their spearmen are far away, and I can take their cavalry and their archers pretty much. And I get a devastating charge into the back of these Nile cavalry right here, and he's going to charge his entire army into my cataphracts, and I've got to get out of there because the spearmen are there as well. But yeah, I got out with as few casualties as I possibly could really, which was very nice. And my archers are getting into position here, taking shots off at that mass of troops, so they can't really miss with an arrow in that, can they? All these cavalry units, and the Egyptians are finally going to realise I'm a threat and going to attack me. Meanwhile, the gold cavalry has come back from routing now, but they're going to charge straight back into the cataphracts, which was rather stupid of them. And my bowmen now are skirmishing. Well, they're attacking the Pharaoh's guard at the moment. And then, oh, sorry, they don't have 4 Pharaoh's guard at gold. They have 2, and then they have 2 of these Nile spearmen at gold. These Nile spearmen have shields that are a bit better against my archers here. And their archers are all the way back here, but they do have a nice range. Well, at least Pharaoh's bowmen do. These bowmen can't touch my guys at the moment. And they're going to start marching their phalanxes, spears over to my archers now, so I'm going to have to take my heavy spearmen through. But I do outnumber them 5-4 in spearmen, so I get a more tighter, thick formation here for my guys, and I get to flank them as well, pretty much. But where I am going to be losing out is the heavy spearmen versus the Pharaoh's guard here. The Pharaoh's guard are very good spearmen. And my guys begin to attack now. Meanwhile, nothing's really happening over there. Parthia's just sitting down, skirmishing with my bowmen. And I thought they were going to charge into my bowmen actually, but they let us fight in the end. And as you can see, the heavy spearmen are losing out in that battle there, but here comes my cataphracts here into their Nile cavalry, and it's a 4 on 5 actually, I think it is. And they've got their bowmen attacking me as well at the moment, but I do have them surrounded. As we can see, there's a lot of dead Nile cavalry here. Oh, here comes their other unit, Nile cavalry. They've been fighting with some cataphracts, and they've already lost 1 unit. my guys are going to go through there to attack their Nile cavalry. And yeah, really got the cavalry advantage here. And my spearmen here are wiping out their Nile spearmen, although I have took a lot of casualties. Their Pharaoh's Guard are wiping out my spearmen. Although, no, just say victory is almost a certainty. And here comes their cataphracts here, but they only want the Gauls, not my bowmen, really. But they do get a few of my bowmen here, look. Mowed them down. Or just ran straight through them. And my archers now are focusing all their attacks on the cataphracts here. We're going to do as much damage to them as possible, because they have more cataphracts than me. And there go their spearmen, and my spearmen are going to be marching straight into these cataphracts here, but they don't get their phalanx in time and the camels run away. Meanwhile, the Egyptian army's very much fleeing now. They've got a few units left, which they're going to charge in without their spears at my cataphracts, which is a bad idea. And I want to be picking up as much kills as possible there, because it is scored resolution after all. But I'm getting my spearmen back into position to chase these cavalry here. But I'm gonna skip the footage here because it's a long time, because the Parthia doesn't want to engage in my cataphracts and spearmen, and as you can see, Gaul has chosen to sit on a hill, which is quite stupid actually, because it's score resolution. Okay, so the Gaul army just chose to go for the Parthians instead of me, and it's now cataphracts versus chosen swordsmen here. These chosen swordsmen, may I remind you, have no upgrades, so they're pretty weak. And the Forester Warbands, who managed to hide in desert somehow here, they do have spears, so it's not good for these camels, as we can see. And the chosen swordsmen are really putting up a fight against these cataphracts, really. The guy didn't get a very good charge off. And here come my cataphracts now, because it's scored resolution, and I know Parthia's got quite a lot of kills because of the Gaul cavalry at the moment. So I want to get as much kills as possible here, but I do want to be careful because these Forester Warbands have spears, and as you can see, a lot of my guys are getting killed here, but I do have the amount of troops to be able to waste. But I don't want to lose so much troops because it is scored resolution. They can still win by taking out a lot of my army. And the chosen swordsmen have now routed these. We've got an Ottoman Eastern general here, so they do have only 2 units of cataphracts, sorry. And there goes the Parthian general, even though the Gaul units were routing, which is very strange. And Forester Warbands are now getting close combat firing against my heavy spearmen here, who I'm going to just charge up the hill. My cataphracts are all the way down here. They've just slaughtered a unit that was routing, I think. And because my guys are heavy spearmen, they are pretty armoured, and I'm alright with them taking these arrows at the moment. As we can see, the last Gaul chosen swordsman here is getting routed. Although some camels have given up and are going to march off into the desert where they belong. And here come my cataphracts now to almost mop up what's left of the Parthian army and the Gaul army. Here we go, straight into the back of their cataphracts here. My guys do have them more upgrades than them, and that's them routing. Still Forester Warbands left in the game at the moment though, but my guys are going to hit them in the backs right here. And the Parthian general unit is still alive. And the Gauls are now fleeing. All that's left is a Parthian cavalry unit. And these brave soldiers right here, look, 1 unit left. Oh, he's out of there though. Yeah. And now he's dead. And here comes the other unit. And they begin to rout. Now they do have another unit somewhere, I forgot where they are. Down here, look, these cataphract camels have just been sitting there all game. But that's pretty much the battle, so good game to our opponents, and I will take you to the scoreboard to see who wins this. Okay, so here's the scoreboard. As you can see, I've won the battle with the most kills there and the fewest losses. Parthia was they had a very good match. They only had 150, well, there's 100, yeah, there's 160, I think, 160 less kills than me. But they lost all their troops in the end. They didn't start with a big army because it was all cavalry. Gaul didn't have so much of a good game. They didn't get many kills at all. Egypt had a fair amount of kills. They only had 1 fight, but they ended up with rank 4 in the end. But I suppose, yeah, in scored resolution, I become first there. So, a good game to all my opponents again, and I'll see you guys soon with more Rome Total War footage, and of course some Shogun 2 naval battles, but you can't expect more land battles really from me at the moment, I'm afraid.